The years 1918 and 1919 were a significant period in German history, marked by a series of important events. The German Revolution of 1918, defeat in World War I, abdication of Emperor Wilhelm, and the birth of Weimar Republic. The Weimar Republic, established in 1919, replaced the imperial government and formed a parliament called the Reichstag. However, the conditions laid down by the peace treaty at Versailles made things very difficult for the budding republic. Under the treaty, Germany was held responsible for the First World War and was asked to pay £6 billion as war damages. In addition to this, Germany had to also give up its army, its overseas colonies, 13% of its territory, 75% of its iron, and 26% of its coal resources to France, Poland, Denmark, and Lithuania. The Weimar Republic struggled to meet the terms of the Versailles Treaty, and Germans blamed the leaders of the new Weimar Republic for the humiliation and defeat. Socialists, Catholics, and Democrats who supported the Republic were ridiculed and called the November criminals. Infighting began between different political groups. Most attacks came from the Spartacist League, a group of radical socialists. The Weimar Republic crushed the Spartacist uprising with the help of a group of war veterans called the Free Corps. The dejected Spartacist League then formed the Communist Party of Germany. And so, the differences between communists and socialists grew and became incompatible. The Weimar Republic faced an economic crisis in 1923, when they were unable to pay the war damages. This made France invade the Ruhr Valley to compensate the deficit. To combat the situation, the Weimar printed extra currency notes. This resulted in hyperinflation, causing a fall in the value of the German mark. So much so that a loaf of bread that had cost 163 marks in 1922 cost 15 million marks in 1923. It was common to see Germans carry cartloads of currency notes while waiting to buy bread. Finally, moved by global sympathy, the Americans intervened and aided Germany through the Dawes Plan. Through this plan, the US would loan Germany money which could be paid back in smaller installments. Owing to the bailout by the Americans, Germany remained stable between 1924 and 1928. However, the support by the Americans was withdrawn in 1929 when the Wall Street Exchange crashed. On 24 October 1929, referred to as Black Thursday, 13 million shares were sold at the Wall Street Exchange. The world had entered the Great Depression. The US national income fell by half. Like most countries, Germany was dependent on US money, and consequently, the nation was severely hit with this economic crisis. For the next 3 years, unemployment spread through every German city and peaked at 6 million in 1932. With no jobs available, soon the youth took to criminal activities. The situation was miserable. Middle-class Germans were petrified of getting prolationalized or reduced to the ranks of poor workers, while peasants were left with no food to feed their children. The Great Depression also affected the Weimar Republic, which was struggling to stay alive. One of the major flaws was the president's power to declare emergency and suspend civil rights and rule. Despite the president's power and changing the cabinet 20 times over a short period, the Weimar could not control the situation. The people of Germany were already disheartened with the Republic after the war and the Treaty of Versailles, and this situation made them lose complete faith in the Weimar. A year later, in 1933, the Weimar Republic finally collapsed, paving the way for Hitler's Nazi Party to take control of Germany. You have now reached the end of the module on the Weimar Republic and the Great Depression. In this module, you learnt that the Weimar Republic was established in 1919, replaced the imperial government, and formed a parliament called the Reichstag. The Weimar signed the peace treaty of Versailles, which made things very difficult for them and struggled to meet the terms. Socialists, Catholics, and Democrats who supported the Republic were ridiculed and called the November criminals. There was infighting which began between different political groups, the most popular being the Spartacist League. The Weimar Republic faced an economic crisis in 1923, and to combat this crisis, they printed extra notes that led to hyperinflation. The world had entered the Great Depression in 1929, and Germany was badly hit because of its financial dependence on America. In 1933, the Weimar Republic finally collapsed, paving the way for Hitler's Nazi Party to take control of Germany.